No time to dwell upon it though, for we move on to the final individual apparatus final before group competition. Ribbon final begins with Anastasia Salos, the 7th strongest in the qualification process. She's already taken 2 bronze medals today. A very positive day for Salos, no question. Tough moment in this, her final appearance at these championships as she bids farewell to the crowd, but she departs with honours. Adding to her bronze medal in the all-around competition from last year. Team silver and a guaranteed 2 bronze medals. Has to be varied pattern work in the ribbon. The ribbon's always got to keep its shape. Oh, really wasn't far away from making that. Swirls, spirals and snakes among the patterns required. .3 for Anastasia Salos, 7.5 for execution. To Nicole ZELIKMAN, the 20-year-old from the Sharon region of Israel, 5th strongest in the qualification process. 21.9 was her score. It's a moving conclusion to Nicole ZELIKMAN's European Championships. It's a very enjoyable routine. It's a well choreographed routine. And she's a highly respected gymnast, popular with the Varna crowd, knowledgeable crowd that they are. They're real fans of the sport in this country. Quite tidy with her patterns. Always one of the strengths of her gymnastics. Her fouette turns. Establishes very good posture as she undertakes them. Had to retrieve the apparatus. Didn't have to travel really to do it. It was a reasonably simple pick-up. Do you know what? The gymnasts, I think it's very clear, have absolutely loved having their favourite music playing whilst they're waiting for the scores to come in. Whoever came up with that idea, as the score comes in of 20 for ZELIKMAN, they got that one right. Sometimes there are decisions like that, usually involving mascots, that you look at and you think, okay. But that one was absolutely bang on the mark. It's had a lovely impact. It's injected a real bonhomie to the whole day. AVERINA, third strongest performer in qualification, the all-around gold medalist. A troubled beginning to the routine for AVERINA. Well, it is shaping up to be one of those ribbon finals, and sometimes ribbon finals can be like that, where the fabric seems to take on a life of its own, does not behave itself. But one must say of AVERINA that whatever the outcome of this particular final, she has proven that she can deliver in a massive all-around competition in an Olympic year. She's proven that she can beat the chasing pack. And that must, one hopes, be her takeaway memory and learning experience from the competition. There are no apparatus finals at the Olympic Games, just the all-around competition. So the execution score we would expect to be lower here, yes, 7.8 for execution due to the loss of contact with the apparatus. 22.6 it is, enough to go into the lead. And that is largely because of the difficulty score of 14.8. That's a whole mark higher than Salos had. Still an all-around European champion. Linoy ASHRAM has just managed to secure the European clubs title. Second strongest in qualification with this piece. Goodness me, it really is one of those ribbon finals. Even her. Is it going to be one of those finals where somebody gets a medal even with a loss of control of the apparatus? Let's have a look back. The height as ever on her leaps. Nobody does it quite like that. It's remarkable. She really does get serious airtime. The boomerang throw was the problem, where the gymnast reverses the end of the apparatus they work with the ribbon. Tries to catch the cane just off in her trajectory. Nice to hear a Eurovision hit from, I suppose, my day, my childhood. Ah, yes, that feeling when it almost happened but didn't quite. Dana International, isn't it, this one? 22.575 for ASHRAM. She's just behind AVERINA. Marginal gap. Marginal gap. Can somebody unexpected come out and seize control of this? we have the 6th strongest performer in qualification, Christina PRONIKNERUKRAINE, the 18-year-old. Well, 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 was that a little bit of 𝗘𝗂𝗍 heaven from Christina PRONIKNERUKRAINE? And she too goes for a Eurovision song from this year, the Ukrainian entry. Unsurprisingly, that was a bit of a cult favourite. Is that routine going to be a favourite when the numbers come in? We didn't see her in the all-around final. She certainly delivered quite a display there. Talk about attacking the leaps. There was a fine example. Very stable pivots in scale. Rapid work as well. Good tidy footwork in the choreography. Super flexibility. Clean catch to conclude the routine. It's up for grabs. It's up for grabs. Well, this is a song that did unexpectedly better than people thought it might do at the Eurovision Song Contest. Is that prophetic? 21.7 for Christina PRONIKNERUKRAINE. She goes into the bronze medal position. Highest execution score of the final so far. I wonder if they'll have a look at her difficulty. They might inquire that because it's 0.6 down from qualification. What about Katrin TASEVA, who was the 4th strongest in qualification with a score of 22? The leading score, 22.6 at the moment.
Kill
even for Katrin TASEVA. Difficulties. Oh, it's an extraordinary final, this. And she bids a fond farewell to a crowd who have shown her so much love. She will say thank you to them, and they will say no, thank you back in return. And you know what? They'll both be right. Such a shame that she had that problem right at the beginning of the routine. TASEVA did score a 22.45 in qualification, not qualification, sorry, the all-around final. What an occasion. She's been so moved by having her family here to support her. She had tears in her eyes earlier, TASEVA, knowing her mum's here in the crowd watching on. They asked her to stand up. 22.1. It is enough to go into the bronze medal position with 2 to go. Now, can she do it? Alina HARNASKO, the 8th strongest in qualification, 21.825. However, in the all-around final, her score with the ribbon, 23.7. At the end, there was just a moment of uncertainty. How well did she manage to rescue it? Otherwise, that was quite some performance from Alina HARNASKO. Real display of style, of character. Lovely pattern work with the ribbon at the start. Isn't that a superb way to use the apparatus to complement the body difficulty? Side scale, relevé position, very good balletic technique. Ribbon didn't quite behave as it should have done at the end. A little bit tangled. But she made the catch. That's the key, she made the catch. Oh, goodness. What a final. For very different reasons from the club's final. Equally dramatic, if not more so. $22.6 leads the way, 22.575 silver, 22.1 bronze. That's no surprise that they've inquired about Polonichna's score because she's down quite a bit from qualification. I think that HARNASKO might be about to discover, or we might be about to discover, that indeed she has gone into the gold medal position, 23.2. HARNASKO steps up and seizes control. Someone needed to. Her execution 8.9. HARNASKO secure of a silver medal at least. Only now the top qualifier, who scored 24.75 in the qualification campaign, but who scored 22.675 in the all-around final. Which routine do we see from Dina AVERINA? It is a big performance to conclude this ribbon final. How close does it get? Does it even go beyond the score of Alina HARNASKO? An emotional farewell at the conclusion of these European Championships. How these gymnasts have missed having spectators. Something that the athletes have spoken about at length, that there's an extraordinary atmosphere to a rhythmic gymnastics competition with a crowd. And if you've never actually attended one, I do hope one day you'll have the opportunity to, because something you don't realise when you are watching it on television is how loud the crowd is during the routines. We hear the music obviously very amplified on television, but at a live event, the moment that apparatus gets launched into the air, you hear the screaming of the fans ready for the gymnast to catch, and then the roar when they make it. It really is quite remarkable atmosphere. They always do a pretty decent job as well of ratcheting up the noise. It's a massive way to win the European title. 24.7 for Dina AVERINA. 15.4 for difficulty. 9.3 for execution. The cleanest display of the final. The inquiry was accepted by the superior jury for Christina PRONIKNERUKRAINE. Her score has increased to 22. Doesn't have an impact on the leaderboard, but it does feel to them, no doubt, a more just outcome. And we'll bring you the classified results in the ribbon final just as soon as we can, and then we're going to bring you the victory ceremonies before we move on to the group apparatus competitions. The classified results in the ribbon